Today we got the Jelly Bean, the oddball of the F-150s that nobody likes. This thing came in for a power steering issue, so we're going to put our hood prop on. This is a good old trusty hood prop right here. So these single cab trucks don't really like to sit on the lift right because it's so old, I think. So most of them end up basically just doing a wheelie, but either way it works. So there's our leak right there. Let's see what's underneath here. Pull this skid plate off. No! Right in the bucket. Oh well, keep on going. Let's just push right through and get this skid plate off and then see where it's leaking from. Now my guess would be that it's coming from the high pressure hose, but we'll see. Oh, they got a cold weather one on there already, so let's fill it up with fluid, spin the wheel, get some air out of the system, get back underneath there, and then see if we could maybe see where she's leaking from. Oh, looky there. We can see it leaking from the return line from the gearbox to the cooler, it looks like, on the low pressure side. Now the gearbox side of the hose you can do from the wheel well instead of having to pull every intake hose and stuff off from above. Then the other side you can just undo from the clamp here. And then I'll just push it off with this screwdriver. There we go, and then I'll weasel it out through the wheel well side because there's a weird bend in it. You'll see here in a minute that'd make it really hard to pull from the front side. Alright, here we go. You see that little weird bend in it? That's what makes it difficult. But the new one's straight, as you can see there. It's kind of hard, but we feed it through right where it was. They gave us a little extra hose on the end there, so I'll have to cut that off. But I'm going to start on the threaded side where the fitting is, plumb that in hand tight. Now I push that hose up against where that bar bend is, that way I know how much to cut off. Then I'll just use my razor blade here and I'll just cinch right through this before I shove it up on there. And don't forget to put your hose clamp on there first before you put your hose over it, or else you're going to be redoing what you just did. Now once you got this side tight, make sure you go back to the other side and double check and make sure that that's fully seated and tightened up. Now you got to blast her with some Cosby sauce, that way it gets her nice and clean. That way you don't think that it's still leaking or think you see a drip or something. It just makes it nice and easy to work with. That way you can tell if there's an issue still or not. So let's fill her up with some fluid, put the exhaust tube on, because nobody likes some good old CO2 poisoning. So run that out the door. Then we'll fire the old truck up and probably pour some more fluid in it, because it does usually suck down what's in the reservoir initially. So we'll pour a little bit more in here, and I'll show you a good old trick, because now the engine's running, that fan spinning, and it likes to blow this fluid all over the place. Just put your right hand in front of it right there and block that airflow. Makes it easy. Take a look underneath. Here we go. Looks like problem solved. So like, comment, subscribe, and like always, stay tuned for more.